The concept of Islam as the true religion of God from Adam to Muhammad is rooted in the belief that Islam represents the original and unaltered message of submission to Allah. This perspective holds that all prophets, including Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, communicated the same fundamental message of monotheism and devotion to God, which Islam fully embodies. Unlike Christianity and Judaism, which are perceived as religions evolving from human interpretations and historical contexts, Islam is seen as the timeless and final revelation that restores divine guidance through the Quran. The significance of this point lies in its assertion that Islam is not just a new or separate faith, but a continuation and culmination of the divine messages delivered through history. It positions Islam as a universal religion that unifies the monotheistic traditions, offering a complete and preserved path for humanity towards spiritual fulfillment and understanding of God's will. One real-world application of this concept is in interfaith dialogues, where the emphasis on Islam's continuity with previous prophets fosters mutual respect and understanding among different religious communities. By recognizing the shared heritage, Muslims can engage constructively with Christians and Jews, promoting peace and collaboration. Another example is the personal spiritual journey of individuals who embrace Islam, viewing it as a return to an unaltered faith that aligns with the teachings of all prophets they revere. This perspective can lead to a deep sense of spiritual satisfaction and connection to a broader tradition. Now, before we continue, if you're enjoying this content so far, pause the video and take a second to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us share the truth about Islam with more people. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Now let's dive back in. Scholars and theologians like Sayyid Hossein Nasr have supported this idea, emphasizing Islam's role as a purveyor of divine wisdom that transcends historical modifications. However, challenges exist in the form of alternative viewpoints. Critics may argue that all religions, including Islam, have evolved and been influenced by cultural and historical contexts. Others may question the notion of Islam as the final revelation, pointing to diverse interpretations within the Islamic tradition itself. This concept influences other aspects of the main topic by framing Islam as both a historical and eschatological truth. It reinforces the idea of the Quran as a divine text, immune to alteration, thus guiding Muslim beliefs and practices. By understanding Islam as the culmination of divine revelations, adherents are encouraged to view their faith as both ancient and ever relevant, guiding not only personal spirituality, but also offering solutions to contemporary moral and ethical dilemmas. The concept of prophethood from Adam to Muhammad is central to the Islamic belief system. It asserts that prophethood is a continuum that begins with Adam, the first human, and culminates with Muhammad, the final prophet. Islam teaches that all prophets were chosen by God to be his messengers, delivering divine guidance and calling people to the worship of one God. This uninterrupted chain of prophets includes notable figures such as Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, all of whom are believed to have preached the same core message of monotheism and submission to God's will. This tradition underscores the inherent unity in the message of Islam and its claim as the original and final guidance for humanity. The significance of this point lies in its reinforcement of the belief that Islam is not a new religion, but a continuation and culmination of God's guidance since the dawn of human history. It highlights the consistency and universality of Islam's message, positioning it as the true religion that has been preserved in its pure form through the Quran, which Muslims believe to be the unaltered word of God. A real-world example of this concept is the annual Hajj pilgrimage, which commemorates the trials of Abraham and his family, illustrating the shared heritage among Abrahamic faiths and Islam's view of itself as the final expression of this legacy. Another example is the reverence for Jesus as a prophet in Islam, contrary to the Christian view of him as the Son of God, emphasizing the Islamic perspective that all prophets are mortal humans chosen for divine missions. Proponents of this idea often cite the consistency and preservation of the Quran compared to other religious texts as evidence for Islam's claim to authenticity. However, challenges and controversies arise from differing interpretations and beliefs in Christianity and Judaism. Many adherents of these faiths see the evolution of religious doctrines as a natural and divinely inspired process, with each tradition offering unique insights into understanding God. Despite differing views, the concept of prophethood from Adam to Muhammad profoundly influences Islamic theology, emphasizing the unity and completeness of Islam as the final unaltered revelation from God. It strengthens the Muslim identity by connecting believers to a shared spiritual heritage, promoting unity and understanding among different cultures and eras under the banner of monotheism. This perspective on prophethood thus serves as a foundational element that supports and enriches the broader narrative of Islam's timeless truth. The significance of this point is central to the Islamic faith, as it positions Islam as a universal and timeless truth. By viewing all prophets as messengers of Islam, it unites the diverse religious narratives into a single continuum. This perspective reinforces the Quran's status as the ultimate guide for humanity, believed by Muslims to be the unaltered word of God. It emphasizes Islam's comprehensive nature as both a spiritual and practical roadmap for life. One real-world example illustrating this point is the Hajj pilgrimage, a practice that reflects the unity and continuity of the Islamic message. Pilgrims from around the globe gather in Mecca to perform rituals established by past prophets, symbolizing submission to God. Another example is the practice of daily prayers, Salah, a ritual that connects Muslims across the world in a shared act of devotion, highlighting the timeless nature of Islamic worship. Support for this idea can be found in the Islamic scholarly tradition, which emphasizes that Islam builds on prior revelations. The message conferred by the prophets is seen as a reminder of humanity's covenant with God, continually guiding believers back to his singular worship. However, the concept faces challenges and controversies, particularly from adherents of Christianity and Judaism, who view their religions as distinct and divinely ordained. Critics may argue that claiming Islam as the original religion discounts the unique contributions and identities of other faiths. Additionally, the assertion that the Quran is unaltered might be contested by those who view religious texts as historically fluid and subject to interpretation. This point is deeply intertwined with other aspects of Islamic belief, such as the 5 pillars of Islam, which function as practical expressions of submission to God. It also influences Islamic views on interfaith dialogue, promoting a perspective of unity and continuity among the Abrahamic faiths. This understanding of Islam as the final preserved revelation encourages Muslims to see their faith as a culmination of divine guidance, fostering a sense of responsibility toward maintaining its teachings.